Right, let's get on with the bloody show.
Right.
We've had
Let's
the
do it.
initial fanning around, we've had the technical problems. Now we can be professional. Don't know if
Can
I
we?
go that
Do we
far.
have to be professional? I'm not into being professional.
Well, it's our podcast, we can do what we want.
Dun, dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun,
we've done that bit.
dun, dun. Yeah, all right.
You missed it
Have
because
we?
you had the wrong settings on, but everyone else would have heard it.
Oh, right.
Great.
Oh, would have they have heard it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. I see. We're actually literally into the podcast now.
Yeah. Do you want me to play it again?
Let's go then. No,
You
it's
won't be
fine.
able to hear it again.
I won't be able to hear it. Doesn't matter. Just fucking do it. Will you do your bit? Come on.
What bit? Oh, my intro bit.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the Rewind Cast.
Here we go.
How about 80s and 90s movies?
Are you gonna do it or am I gonna do
it? No, you're going to do it.
Right,
I can't
welcome
do
to the
it. I
Rewind
can't do
Classic
it that fast. Go on. After you.
Welcome to the Rewind Classic
your own
Movies
time, carry
podcast
on.
about 80s and 90s movies we probably saw as kids, even if we weren't old enough to fully understand the adult themes. Things are a bit different today because we are live, if you're watching now, on YouTube. We're using some different combinations of technology. We've got people watching. We're more unprepared than ever. But one thing that is consistent, aside from the inevitability that something will go wrong, is I'm GB and with me is my co-host AJ.
I am AJ and I am here, which is great, amazingly. This week, we're going to be looking at a film that's got diving, it's got aliens, it's got boats, it's got Steve Guttenberg driving said boats, and it's got amorous OAPs.
Oh, that's not what you want to hear.
It's Cocoon, baby. What a film.
People in the chat, let us know how the audio levels are for you and we shall adjust if we need to. Directed by Ron Howard and released in 1985, Cocoon was a gentle sci-fi drama that surprised everyone by becoming a major hit. Cost around $17 million and would make more than 85. Even won 2 Oscars. One for Don... Here we go. Here's going to be the first problem. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I thought it was
Ameche.
Don Ameche, but apparently
What?
it's Don Ameche.
It's Don
Which-
Ameche.
wasn't that
Did
a
you
pop
really
star?
not know it was Don Ameche?
Oh, that was Del Ameche. Anyway, he won an Oscar for supporting performance or something, and it also won for best visual effects. Since then, it's become a bit of a lost movie. Most of our patrons hadn't seen it in a long time, who we just had a great hangout with, by the way. We should say that. If you want to come and hang out with us sometime, join the Patreon. It was lovely.
Absolutely.
And it hasn't been shown apparently in the US in decades. If you try to buy or stream it, you're going to be pretty much out of luck. So
What?
unless you live in Brazil or Japan, I think they're the 2 countries I found where I could see it. And that's where it might be possible. Nobody seems to know why this classic movie, now technically owned by Disney, has disappeared. Fortunately, we still have our original VHS versions, don't we, AJ? So we can watch it on
absolutely
there.
do. That's how I've watched that version.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have to
on
resort to
VHS.
something terrible like piracy. We don't do that. Anyway, this has people getting old. It's got boats. It's got scuba diving. It's got people repairing boats. So you and I have a lot in common with this movie.
So much.
So, AJ, tell me about your history of this movie, starting with how you watched it.
Man, I've seen it definitely a couple of times, maybe 3 times or so. Not lots. It was always one of those sort of. I know we had it recorded off the TV because it was one of those VHS that was in that big chest of VHSs that we had, looking in that big VHS pile. I always liked it. I always remember it being like a really good, feel-good movie. We all sat down and watched it as a family last week, actually, and it was lovely. Everyone really liked it. It was just a really nice movie.
Did they enjoy the bit about boners?
That was quite funny. My son did laugh. I mean, who says boner these days? But it was quite funny. Yeah, yeah.
I had it recorded. It's interesting you say it's a feel-good movie. I'm going to talk about that later. We had it recorded off the TV as a kid and watched it a fair bit on rotation back then. And it's always intrigued me. And I've always come back to it a few times over the years. But it had been a while since I last saw it. And the scene I always remember from this movie is the kid racing after the boat as it goes to take them all away. That's like my standout one. That and them all being in the pool and sort of killing them all. But I only watched it maybe 6 months ago or so when I was flying out to America to do some work out there. And I took it on my iPad and I watched it on the plane and then sort of enjoyed it so much that out of curiosity I had to watch Cocoon the Return on the way back. Not quite as
No
good.
way. So I had no idea there was even a sequel to this film until I started reading up about it this week in between being phenomenally busy. I had no idea there was a sequel. Have you seen it? Is it any good?
It
No?
it has its moments.
Great.
We won't dwell on it. We'll talk briefly about it later. But no, it's
I
not as
suppose
good as
it's
this.
a rewind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fast
that'd be a
forward.
fast forward, darling.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it this week?
I can try.
If you want to, you're more than welcome.
I mean, I'm not around at all.
That'd be a no
so
then.
but I mean, if you're not around either, I mean, I can certainly do it. I'll be in a hotel room somewhere, but I can certainly do it. Yeah, I
We'll
can
talk about
give it a go.
Let's talk about the start of the movie.
Let's.
So this movie starts with a telescope, and we see young David looking up at the moon. Now, I only just noticed this when I had a quick look back to write this bit of the notes, but it looks like there's a really bad composite on this. You can sort of see the white lines around David and around the scope. And
It's
I was like,
really bad.
yeah, I was like, is this just the light? Is it like a hair light? But it's not. I think the outside and the moon is a plate, and they've just comped him on the front of it.
Absolutely. It was funny because when it opened, we collectively went, "Oh, this looks dated." I mean, it's quite the opening.
See, I didn't notice. I'll be honest.
Did you? And that's
Not-
so funny because
not
it's the
until
first
now.
thing I noticed.
Took
No,
me
no.
30 years.
I wouldn't have noticed it when I first saw it, but now it's like, oh yeah, you can see that, but you ignore it, right? Like you do with anything. But I guess it's hard to have that naturally occurring beautiful sky outside one's bedroom window. So yeah, I'm going to put that on a plate and green screen it.
Makes sense.
But yeah, definitely noticed it.
Then we see the ocean, the fog, and this bright light shining down over the dolphins, and we go under the sea to see some ruins, which later turns out to be Atlantis. Then we cut back to the old folks getting the shopping out of the car, and then we go through the old folks' home and break into the pool. What did you think of this opening?
It's what you guys would refer to as Atlantis. I'd forgotten how much diving was in it, which is great. And
Well,
it's
my
like,
worry
oh,
is how much you're going to talk about diving.
Do you know? No, not at all. Not at all. It was all quite all right, actually. The diving was pretty good. Not like The Rock, where I had a lot to say about the diving. The diving in this was quite acceptable. All right, they were sparking up some sort of, I don't know, welding rod or cutting device, which, all right, they wouldn't have been doing in that situation with the clothes they had on all those bits and pieces, but we'll leave that alone.
They're
It's
aliens.
absolutely fine. Exactly. So it's totally fine. No, it was all lovely. It was great. I'd forgotten a lot of the intro. I remember a lot of the swimming pool bits and pieces, so it was quite fun to watch the beginning again and see how it all opens up.
What surprised me is it's just like how it went straight into the aliens. In my
Yes.
mind, I was expecting a load of sort of human intro first and setting those human characters, and then sort of throw in, oh crikey, aliens. But no, spaceship, fog. Well, I don't see the spaceship. Fog, light, dolphins, ruins.
You do know there's a whole load of stuff going on with some aliens.
I mean,
Yeah.
the poster of the movie, if I remember, is the fucking spaceship. So
Yeah, I mean, I quite like because you see the old people, and then you see the charter boat captain, and like, oh, what's the connection here? You've got these two things which are completely separate to each other, quite early on, and you wonder how they're going to tie up later. But I really quite like the down on his luck charter captain guy who's just had a guy shortchange him, and he's like, I'm not going to. And the guy at the dock's like, you owe me money. He's like, oh, I can't pay you. Right? And it's just, and the whole down on his luck charter captain, it's kind of, perhaps it's rubbed off on me, because I sort of sympathise with him a lot, because you see him later on down in the engine room, and it's like, oh Christ, I've done all of these things quite a lot. But yeah,
Steve Gutenberg's great, and we'll come on to him again in a sec.
we will.
So let's talk about how this movie came to be. So the story came from an unpublished novel that one of the producers liked. But to me, the most interesting part about the production of this movie is that it was meant to be a Robert Zemeckis movie. He spent like a year developing it.
No way.
Yeah. But his previous two movies did really badly. So he did I Want to Hold Your Hand in 78 and Used Cars in, I want to say 80 or 81. Both written with Bob Gale and executive produced by Steven Spielberg. And
I've never heard of either of those films.
I know, right? But I want to check them out now because of the people involved. And
Right.
Used Cars starred our favourite, Kurt Russell,
No way.
and one of last week's legends, Michael McKean, otherwise known as David St. Hubbins from Spinal Tap.
Sure.
So that's on the
Wow.
list.
That's mental.
So both movies did pretty badly, and then Zemeckis was working on, it was directing Romancing the Stone while
Great
developing
film.
Cocoon. Great film. Love that movie. But 20th Century Fox executives saw a preview and really hated it. What? Like, part of me thinks it was that just a really early cut. Was there something wrong with it? Like, because it's a great movie. I got a bit Donald Trump then. It was a great movie, really good movie. So they fired him from Cocoon. They fired Robert Zemeckis from continuing with Cocoon. And got him
He
Ron
was
Howard.
that involved in it. It wasn't just he was developing it and stuff like that. He was actually he was about to do it properly, get involved, and they fired him from it.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't start shooting, but he was developing it for a year.
Wow.
So then Ron Howard comes
They
in,
fired him on the back of not liking the first thing of Romancing the Stone. So that's nuts,
isn't it?
That is really nuts.
So Ron Howard comes in, and this is his fourth movie then, because he'd just done Splash,
Brilliant film.
another water movie. But of course, Cocoon is great. Imagine being Fox and missing out on the upcoming Back to the Future, which came out the same year as Cocoon and was co-written with Bob Gale and produced by Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment.
Right.
Not the greatest decision there.
Wow.
Let's talk about the casting and the
Let's.
directing. Well, let's jump straight to Ron Howard, because he was hold on to your hats. He was 30 when he directed this and won awards for it.
That's nuts.
I remember when I was 30.
I know.
Young.
I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. I'm nearly 40.
And Ron Howard's dad is in this as well.
The thing is, Ron Howard, I mean, okay, he was 30 when he directed this, but I mean, he'd been acting for bloody years before this anyway.
I think in the behind the scenes he said I was 30, but I'd been in the business for 28 years.
Yeah, he was a child.
early
He was in
start.
Happy Days or something like that.
Yeah. Richie Cunningham, was that his name?
Something like that.
Something
I don't
like that.
remember, but I know. Yeah, I know his name.
So yeah, his dad's in it as the detective. That's Mr. Howard Sr.
Okay.
But Ron Howard said when he was young, he always said he wanted to be a writer, producer, director, baseball player. I would say 3 out of 4 ain't bad, Ron.
It's not, is it? Christ Almighty.
But he does an amazing job with this, and I think the biggest compliment I can pay it is that it feels like a Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Yeah, fully.
It's all
Fully.
about the people
I mean,
and just those human interactions and things.
absolutely. I mean, Christ, the amount of films he's made, it's incredible. You think of the stuff that he has made. It's amazing to think it's even a Ron Howard movie, really. And he's still making stuff now.
Well, he made a Star Wars movie, didn't he? Ding ding.
I didn't know that.
Solo. He took over from Solo. He didn't.
Oh,
do it all.
it's on Disney, isn't it? I think.
Well, owned by Disney. Anyway, we don't want to get distracted by Star Wars.
All
I wasn't going to talk. Were you going to talk about David, the little kid, David?
No.
He's good. That's
He's
pretty much all I've got to say. But what I want to say is that thanks to Bryn in one of our Patreons in the comments, he was played by one of the stars of Neverending Story.
holy shit. He was. He was.
Can I tell you something about Neverending Story?
He's got the book. I mean, when he's got the book and he's up in the school. He's in the school in the roof, and he's got the thing over him. He's got the candle. It's him.
I don't remember that bit.
Bryn, yeah,
But then I haven't
absolutely.
seen the
He's the
movie.
guy. He's reading the book. He's reading the book, and bringing it to life, kind of thing.
I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
What?
I know.
No, have we've talked about this before, haven't we?
It's
Do
a
I
big-
know this?
It's a big hole in my movie history.
That is a huge hole,
I
man.
think when we were younger, everyone was going on about how the big dog dies or something.
No, not the dog. No.
A horse.
No, something far worse.
It's like a big donkey-like creature.
There's a big sort of flying dog thing in it, but he doesn't die, but something else dies, and it's the most horrific thing.
Yeah.
It's up there with Bambi. You know,
Right.
for
So I
that
think that
generation.
probably put me off ever watching.
Oh, it's awful.
But we must
It's
do it.
awful.
We must do
Oh
it
my
on
God.
season 2 once we finish season 1 in a few weeks.
It's a season now, is it?
Well,
coming
I've
back
just
for
decided
season
we're
two.
going to have a break, so next when we come back it'll be season 2.
Too tired.
Let's talk about Wilford Bromley.
Yes.
Do you know which one he is?
Well, I know I basically one of our Patreons, Simon, has been mentioning about Wilfred Brimley. Is that right?
Is it Brimley or Bromley? I don't know.
Bromley?
Wilfred. Let's call him Wilfred.
Wilfred. No, I don't.
So, everyone in this is like 70 something in real life, right? And then you've got Wilfred, who I asked my girlfriend how old she thought he was in real life while we watched this, and I think she said 70 or whatever it would be. He, in this movie, is 50 years old.
Wow. Hang on. I'm just looking up to see which character he played.
He's the one in the hat.
Oh, that character. No, he was 50.
50.
That's ridiculous.
Now, he was
only
aged
died
up.
in 2020.
He was aged up a little bit. They put like little spots and liver marks on him and things, and he dyed his hair. But that's a 50-year-old man.
That's ridiculous.
And
I can't believe.
he's younger than I think Tom Cruise is now. There was a big meme thing about Wilfred Brimley and Tom Cruise both being 50 and comparing what they look like. It's wild. I mean, if I look that good when I'm 50, I'm happy.
He started out as an extra and a stuntman in Western films, apparently. And his paternal grandfather was from Scotland, from Glasgow.
We know someone from Scotland. We just met him.
We do.
Och no.
Right, aye.
Hello, Simon.
Sorry, Simon.
I've got nothing else to add from Wilfred, apart from he is the heart of the movie.
Very much so. I agree completely with that. I love how much he loves his grandson. And it's brutal when they're fishing, you know, later.
I'm going to talk about this later.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Because it's one of my favourite scenes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
But he's so good. No, it's great. He's really good. And I don't really have much else to say about him specifically. His age was the main talking point for me. But we will talk about him lots, because there's lots of things to talk about him in. But Don Ameche.
Don Ameche. I thought it was Don Ameche. I swear.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, he won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. I don't quite know why, because he's good, solid performance, but I wouldn't say he's even the best supporting actor in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I didn't know he won the Oscar. I mean, he plays his character well, you know. But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know who he is up against. I also read like who he's up against in the Oscar race that year.
One of our Patreons, Bryn, sent us something about this that we'll get into later.
Oh right. Oh good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Steve. We're going to get into everything later.
Steve Guttenberg. How would you like to go with dear old Steve?
What a guy.
He's great. I mean, he did so many classic films in such a short amount of time. And his character pretending to know it all is great.
I know. It's wonderful.
It's difficult to think about this without knowing what we know about Steve Guttenberg now, because you sort of think of Mahoney, you think of Three Men and a Baby. For audiences back in 85, I think he's largely new. And I tell you what, I heard this is what happens when we do these podcasts. I get in the algorithm and I start getting shown things on TikTok and Instagram. And just yesterday, something popped up. I do not know if this is true, but everything in the video that I watched said it was true and that Steve Guttenberg had talked about it and some other people had talked about it. But apparently he got his break because he turned up at, I want to say Paramount or one of the big studios, and basically saw that they weren't checking people's IDs. And he basically just one day walked in, pretended to clock in and stuff. And he went and explored and found a place that he could set up an office in, managed to set up a phone line or whatever. And he basically worked in this office at the studio for like 3 or 4 years and then used that to make connections. And nobody ever questioned him. Or people didn't question him, but he got away with it. And I can't remember, he bumped into some famous people that questioned him, but he basically used that to then get roles in movies.
That's incredible.
If that's true, Steve, that's fantastic.
If that's
Steve,
true,
like he's listening.
I know. If that's true, Steve, do get in touch. Drop a comment in the comment selections below. Yeah. They all say that's hilarious. I had no idea.
You like his character?
I do. I love his character because I relate to it on so many levels. As a scuba diving charter boat captain who hasn't got a clue what he's doing. It's great.
Washed up scuba
diving, scuba charter boat captain. I love the fact he's looking at the map on the fly deck they sort of give it to him, and he's just like, "Oh, we want to go down here." He's like, "Yeah, I know exactly where we are." Anyway, he sort of turns the map upside down. He sort of looks at it, and I've definitely not done the same thing ever. It's just great. No, I really like his character. It's really cool.
What did you think of Kitty, Tawny Welch?
Oh well, she was. Keep
Keep it clean, we're live.
Yes, exactly. I mean, she was an actress. She was an actress in Cocoon who was also an alien, and she also takes her clothes off.
Did you know she's the daughter of Raquel Welch?
I didn't. Raquel Welch. That's the lady with the
The
bikini
big woman
from the 1960s. Something BC or 1,000 years BC or 2,000 years BC. Is that the one?
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, legendary. Legendary.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the classic pin-up girl wearing that fur bikini thing. Yeah.
Iconic, yeah. I wondered what happened to Tawny Welch, because we don't really know anything else about her other than she was in the sequel. So I found her Wikipedia page. That doesn't even have a photo on it, which doesn't feel like a great start. So yeah, she did the sequel and a couple of the bits before doing mostly German and Italian film and TV. And the last movie she did was Body and Soul in 1999. And just so you know, she went nude for Playboy in 1995.
No.
Moving on.
Did she? Tony Welsh.
I hope that's not what you're typing in now.
Playboy.
I don't know how on YouTube Live we mark this as like an adult-only stream.
Tannoy Welsh photos and high-res pictures. Here we go.
Brian Dennehy.
Oh,
Brian Dennehy.
yes. Whoa.
I can see the reflection of your screen in your face.
Oh, hello.
What do you think of Brian?
Knockers. Yes. No, I love Brian. Yeah, I love his character. The thing is, he's an incredible actor as well. He went on in life to win 2 Tonys, an Olivier, and a Golden Globe.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know. He heavyweight actor, absolutely incredible. I thought he played his character really well, and when I first watched it, I thought he was being a bit awkward. But I think he was totally playing that sort of awkwardness. He didn't quite know how to interact with humans. He was really interested in humans, and he certainly, I think he felt sorry for humans in a way. And I think actually he was playing that role really, really well, like an alien, which is probably why he won 2 Tonys, an Olivier, and a Golden Globe.
He's all right. Not a bad actor.
Not a bad actor at all. In fact, I think probably my favourite actor in this.
Oh. The thing I think about when I think about Brian Dennehy and the movies he's been in is it almost looks like he never does much. How can I explain? He's always quite straight. He never overacts, as far as I can remember. He just turns up and says his lines, and that's pretty much what you get out of him.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
But there's a bit of behind the scenes that I saw, and he's chuffing on this old big cigar, just chilling out behind the scenes for this interview. And he says, "I'm still trying to work out how to play human beings as an actor, and here I am playing an alien."
Excellent.
We could talk about all the elder actors, and we could be here all day. I think for you and I'd hazard a guess that you wouldn't have known them as a kid any more than I did.
No. I know that a lot of them were, big hitters back in the day, and that's Ace, and I don't know any of them.
No, but it is a great ensemble cast, and the pairings and the couples all work together really well. They're all awesome, and they're all pretty much genuinely in their 70s, I think, which is incredible considering some of the things they do.
Indeed, apart from Wilfred Bromley.
Brimley Bromley. Let's talk about the visuals and VFX.
Yes.
I think it's a great looking movie. Obviously, it won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects. I'm not entirely sure what it won for. Do you mean like what effect? There's some good fog stuff that I'll talk about in a minute, and some sort of generic spaceship stuff. And I saw something that said it was for the aliens, but I thought the aliens were shit.
I thought the aliens were pretty bad. They're just bits of light that fly. I guess when the skin peels off, maybe, or the dolphin taming. I don't know. I didn't really I didn't really have anything to say about the visuals, and then I did see later that it won an Oscar for them. So
Yeah.
what I'd be interested in is actually to read about the Oscars that year, because was there not many films out that year that were any good or something?
I mean,
do
I think
wonder.
85 and go, oh, it's quite early, but Star Wars was 77, ding ding. So we're quite a way on from that. But there's three things I want to talk about: the
Mhm.
fog, the aliens, and the dolphins. The quickest one is the dolphins, right? I don't know how they did it. There's a shitload of dolphins, and they all look like they're doing great acting.
Yep, absolutely.
Have you worked
They
with
must have
dolphins?
got them from. I haven't. Well, not specifically with dolphins. I've worked in the area with dolphins, and I've had them around me while we've been diving. And last year, in fact, we stopped the boat exactly on the top of a pod of dolphins and jumped in the water with them, which was cool. But I haven't actually worked with them.
I've tried filming them. They don't pop up where you want them to.
They never do. They never
Exactly.
do. Yeah.
So that was it was impressive, but and it all looked real. Like I don't think I saw a CGI dolphin.
That's the thing, because I actually did rewind this a little bit to just see, because I did wonder if they were in a big tank somewhere, or if they went to SeaWorld or whatever, and there's a trainer in the water with them. I did watch and it actually is stunning.
There was one
the
shot where
dolphins
you
bit.
have about 8 of them or something, and it's the angle of it is slight looking down. And I thought that's probably a big tank.
Mm-hmm. It must have been a big tank. It's
Must
not the sea, but it's brilliantly done. I think it is fantastic. Yeah.
And the way there's underwater scuba stuff with dolphins as well is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fog.
I mean, the thing is, they
Sorry.
like playing, right? Sorry, I'm
No,
still on dolphins.
they do
You
like
said
playing.
dolphins is the really easy one to do, and now we're talking about dolphins all the time. I think that dolphins do like a good play. They do like to mess around with humans and stuff like that. So yeah.
Mm. Echo the Dolphin. Do you remember that?
No, but the
There's-
name rings a bell.
It's a video game. Sega Mega Drive.
Oh god, that's a bit before my time. I was N64. That's the thing. The thing. I'm a bit younger than you, man.
Let's talk about the fog.
Go on then.
It's great to see them doing on the BTS this practical fog. So they've got like mini water tanks, like fish tanks, and they're squirting like liquid in and filming it on a black background, it's all white and stuff, so they can comp it onto the film. That was brilliant. And then Ken Ralston, who is, I think it's from ILM, who did the effects, he said that they were just trying some new stuff out here and there, just because they were a bit bored of doing things the same way. I love that. And so the fog is used brilliantly when the spaceship comes to both drop them off and pick them up. And I think it's a real convincing fog. I think for 85, that looks awesome. I'd prefer that over a CGI modern fog any day. And then you've got the spaceship design. It's a bit Route One, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's the round spaceship with the lights and the twirly bit and the beam done. It does feel like it's been done over and over again. But was that quite new for then?
Well, that was my question. Is in 85, is that spaceship design quite new still?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was.
I don't think so. I mean, no.
But the way the weather works around it and everything's great, and I love the story point of how that's how they hide the UFO, and people like haven't seen aliens coming to Earth for 10,000 years because of the weather. So that was great. Then we got the aliens
Yeah.
ripping off the human skin suit from behind your head. Seems like an impractical way to disguise yourself, and I just kept thinking, is that awkward to put back on? Stretch it.
It's a bit like putting on a dry suit, watching them. It is, which is a very awkward thing. There is no easy way of putting on a dry suit, and it reminds me of that very much. And you sort of peel it over your head and out at the top of it, and not. It was. I like the concept of it. I just don't think if you did it today, I think the effects would be much better executed. They're just sort of yellow, floaty things, aren't they?
It's like a shit Casper.
Oh, that's brilliant! Yeah, absolutely. There's one bit where he's playing cards with them, and that's kind of cute. But the rest of it, the proportions are also just wrong as well. They don't like. They seem smaller or longer. No, I'm not into the aliens at all. I think they could have done much better than that.
Yeah, and what's funny is that on the boat, when he's looking through the peephole, and you've got like
Yes.
just some wiring, like a loom, like a little tube for wiring, and it goes to like the junction box. And there's just a massive hole in it. I thought that's weird. AJ's boat's got one of them as well. Are they just on every boat?
Ours has got a massive hatch that folds down so you can crawl through.
And your bathroom's got that hole in the door as well.
It does. It does.
Yeah, I don't love the alien
That was to get
design.
rid of the carbon monoxide fumes that used to get around the boat. We used to have to suck them all out when we were running on the backup generator.
I tell you what alien was good though, is the old alien that's like dying in the cocoon.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
absolutely. It's sad and it's heart wrenching and like very ET looking a little bit, the face. But why wasn't it a bright yellow thing? Why was it the actual physical alien instead of, I don't know, a shaft of fucking light like the other aliens?
It was sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, maybe all the light had been taken by the people jumping in the pool, and when the light goes, they're just left with that dry body.
Husk.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe. I just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And also he's cradling it and he's like, but he's got his human skin on. Does he know that's his mate? Or is he like,
Bobby, is that you, Bobby?
I know. You know what I mean? It's just like, it just felt a bit weird, but yeah.
I just want to just reverse slightly because Bryn, bless him, has gone fact finding for us.
No,
and he
really?
says at the Oscars, the competition of visual effects was Return to Oz and Young Sherlock Holmes, so not much of a challenge.
How about that? I've seen Return to Oz and it's nuts. It's definitely visually nuts. Yeah. And a young Sherlock Holmes, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I have heard of it, can't remember it. Let's move on to music. Do you know who does the music for this?
James Horner
Yeah, sat on the
did
corner.
the same music for Titanic.
Did we do this James Horner joke somewhere else?
Possibly. I don't know. We've done it with someone or something. I know he did Titanic. I'm not sure what else he did after Titanic, but I know he was the big one for Titanic, and he does those really nice melancholic sort of symphonies and piano bits and pieces, and he can make you feel sad and happy all in the same sort of all in the same breath or in the same song. He's got a brilliant way of doing it. His music.
Keep talking about it. I'm looking up James Horner.
Who's sat in the corner?
Yeah, it's Curtin Way.
Yeah,
Original
well, I mean
score
that's
for Aliens,
did Aliens.
apparently.
No way.
Oh, we did
My
Sneakers. I want to see Sneakers again. It's been too long. R.I.P.
I
Robert
haven't seen
Redford.
that in ages.
Brilliant. I
Wow. Sneakers. Man.
can't see. I thought we did him recently. Anyway, God, he's done loads.
He has. I mean, he's up there with, John Williams, really.
Bryn says
has
Horner
done-
did Star Trek 2, Willow, Braveheart. Yeah, there's loads of stuff.
He did Willow.
Yeah.
That's a great film.
Yeah. Did you see the TV
In fact,
series?
Yeah, I have seen the TV series.
enjoyed
I
it.
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Are they making a second one?
No, Disney cancelled it and took it off Disney Plus, so you can't see it anywhere and you'll never see it ever again.
Oh, you're joking me.
No.
You can't see the first one again.
Oh, no, the TV series.
No, the TV series.
Yeah.
You can't see the TV series.
No.
Why?
I think it was like a tax thing or something. God knows.
Mate, I was thinking about watching that again recently because I
Yeah.
really loved it. I love the different characters, and I love the fact that she was a lesbian and she fell in love, he was back. And he was, but what the fuck? And the guy, I don't know, the guy who's a sort of sword fighter, the Asian-looking guy.
He was awesome.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
They cancel. All right, fuck it, cancel it. But why have they taken it down?
Money. I think money. I think they'd
Holy
have to
shit.
pay to keep it up there or something on their own service. I don't know. I mean, it got a lot of hate when it came out anyway. People moaned about it.
Really, I thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was ace.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, the original movie is
brilliant.
pretty shit. But
Yeah,
brilliant
it's
at the
not the
same time.
greatest, but it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But-
I enjoyed the series.
Oh, that's a real shit. I had no idea. I'm
Not
so
the only
sad about
series
that.
on Disney that a lot of people have enjoyed and disappeared. Another one's a Star
Bryn's
Wars
just
one.
saying that Horner did Star Trek 2, Willow, and Braveheart.
Wait, have I got you on a delay? I said that about 3 minutes ago.
Not Braveheart. Did you?
Yes. I read the same message you just read.
Maybe really. Oh, sorry. I don't fucking.
You're
This
tired.
is what happens.
Yeah.
I love that I am, but also I'm reading some other bits and pieces, and maybe I just didn't. Maybe I wasn't listening to you, to be honest.
I just, in my head then, I went, Simon's going to love that.
All right. Yes. This is real, boys and girls. You don't see this shit edited out.
Yeah. But back to the James Horner.
Yes.
The main theme for me is, it's wonderful and it's heartbreaking. It's this mix of sadness and optimism, and it's just
I just said that 5 minutes ago.
But the whole score, like across the movie, it's a real mix of instruments and it's a real variety of music. It's sad when it needs to be sad, and it's kind of uplifting and fun when the on-screen action wants it. It's a real mixed bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try and lift my chair up. Right. Anything else on music?
No.
Then let's talk about things we want to talk about.
Let's.
Do you want to go first?
You know very well I've got really nothing. No, all right. So I do. I've got one thing. Look, it's been a long week.
Explain what's happened, AJ, and why you're not quite as prepared as you usually are. Which, to be fair, is a low fucking bar.
It's a very low bar because I'm never fucking prepared for anything. I just haven't had the time. What gets me in this film is the stay versus go, and how you deal with that, and also the great concept of, do you want to live forever? Do you want to be immortal? Or how do you say goodbye? And you're leaving behind your door, but you've only got, I don't know, another 10 years, or in his case he was only 50, so he probably had another good 30 years left.
He's not playing a 50-year-old, just to be clear.
No, I know. Oh God, do you stay? Do you go? It's an interesting one. It's a big question that what is the answer? Well, I don't think there is, but it depends on your personal circumstances. But it is. Look, that guy decided to stay. He's just lost his wife, but he's like, what's there to live for anymore? She was everything. And it's a question. It's a difficult one, that.
I was going to talk about it as well, because it's like the biggest, most powerful theme of the movie for me. Just, it's thought-provoking. It makes you sort of ask these questions of yourself. What would you do in this scenario? Would we go and leave family behind to live with someone we love and live forever and explore the universe?
Even if you've just got 10 years left or 5 years left, but you've got your grandkids and you've got your daughter or your son or whatever. I can't imagine actually going. I couldn't.
Well, that's it. You never get sick and never die, but you abandon your kids and your grandkids.
Yeah. And I
And
think you've had your innings and it's been great. I think, but I don't know. But actually, given the choice, well,
this is the thing: is
forever.
with
aliens in a different country, in a different world, a different planet. Like, oh God, yeah, actually, I'd like to explore that and see it, because I love doing that anyway.
I think the question would be harder if you were younger, actually. I think, if me or you now got offered to go off in a spaceship with some really lovely, kind, and one quite attractive alien, would we want to go and see things that nobody else is ever going to see and that are going to blow our minds? And I think, realistically, how can you turn that down? But at the same time, got to give it all up. I think that's a harder decision to make. No, you can't.
No, you can't. It's just, yeah.
And it's harder at 40, I think, than 70.
Interesting. Do you think so?
We'll leave that long pause in because it's thought-provoking.
It is thought-provoking.
I think if you're late 70s, you go, fuck it, I'm going to see 3 years of my kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas actually,
they never come and visit me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The podcast theme, right? We always say this is 80s or 90s movies you saw as a kid when you didn't understand the adult themes, and it's one of the things in this that you notice. I mean, if you didn't understand the adult themes, and my lord, there are some adult themes here that I have no recollection of. I mean, very early on, you got the two old guys talking about basically shagging the yoga teacher. It's coded. You know, it's subtle. And then not long after that, they're talking about boners and all the shagging with the elderly wives that they do when they have their first jump in the cocaine pool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's Ben. I think it's Wilfred Brimley goes in and joins his wife in the shower,
In the shower.
and he
I know.
says, "I wrote this down. Want a piece of candy, little girl?"
I know. It is a little bit awkward. All these OAPs getting cheeky with it. It's very funny.
The cocaine in the pool. I mean, as a kid, all these things went over my head. I think.
Totally. That's the thing. I don't actually remember this much sex in the film. I mean, there's no sex in the film. There's a lot of it's evidently going on. I don't remember that at all. First time around, not at all.
No. And
I watched this with my parents as well. I don't ever remember feeling like a bit shit at all. So it must have just
the subtleties of the ladies being around the table and be like, everyone's got a smile on their face.
Yes.
And
apart from that one woman. Yeah. Why are you so fucking happy?
So that's good. And you said earlier, right, about you called it a feel-good film. And I think most people call it a feel-good film. But whenever I think of it, I think of it as a feel-sad film.
Really?
Because, yeah, it's a very emotional movie. And all the being old, all the leaving people behind, the people being terminally ill. And the toughest bit is when they all jump in the pool and almost kill the aliens by accident. And it's just there are some highs in it. Like they all feel young and go dancing and stuff. And there's some nice warm moments. But I don't know, maybe it's just getting old. It feels like, crikey, there's a lot of sadness to look forward to as you get old.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I understand that point of view. But
As we'll come on to in under favourite scenes, a lot of my favourite scenes are the sad bits. Because they're the most
quite
powerful.
memorable. But I think sadness is more memorable than joy in a way, I suppose.
I mean, depends if you're an optimist or a pessimist, I suppose. I don't know if that's relevant.
Yeah, Christ, it's getting a bit fucking deep, this one, isn't
we
it?
normally just have a laugh.
I know. This is such
Now
a
I'm thinking about
touching,
getting ill and
poignant
getting
film.
old.
Yeah, I know. More
I tell you what.
mortality.
If I'm that active in my 70s and I'm jumping in a pool and going out dancing, I mean, even before they had the life force of the pool, they were still jumping in the pool and doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah. There's this great... I know, I'll get to that later.
Brim would definitely be off with the aliens. I think it's the right choice.
Oh, really, would he? Yeah. Yeah.
I love the backstory of what happened to the aliens. This whole thing about how they chose Atlantis as a base and then it sank. It's kind of iceberg storytelling, but I kind of like this. This is why we had to come back. This is what sets up the movie. There's just enough there to make it interesting. That's all I got to say. I thought you might say
right.
something.
I thought I'd lost you. I was just about to go, fuck. You've cut out. I've lost. Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I almost wish the sequel dealt more with the Atlantis stuff, and I don't think it did. It's been a while since I watched it, but that seemed to be a little bit of a missed opportunity.
What got me is that Atlantis was very shallow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they fucking missed it. You know, the secret Atlantis.
I mean, it's free diving territory.
It is, because they're all on open circuit. They're all on air. So you're within sort of like 30 to 40 meters, really.
Do you think it's that
kind
deep?
of thing.
Didn't look that deep.
Yeah, that's no. I don't think it was that deep at all. But like, that's how deep you could go, like on just compressed air on open circuit. It's like, yeah, that's not very, meh, but it's fine. That's the only hole I'm going to poke.
I think you could probably see it from Google Maps.
Probably, yeah.
As I was watching this, and it gets to the bit where they're all on the boat and the cops are seeing them leave. And one cop says, he radios and he's like, I don't like the look of this. And it made me think, what if this had a plot twist where Walter takes them all out to sea and then murders them all and just uses their life force to restore the cocoons? Like, and it's actually a horror movie. The slaughter of dead people.
Oh man!
Oh,
what made me laugh was the fact that, you know, they're all out on a boat. It's like, but they're allowed to be. They're not being kidnapped or anything. They're just out for a boat ride. Like,
Yeah.
oh, these police are after them. It's like, oh, we got to get them. It's like, why?
They've breached fire regulations. There's too many people on the boat.
Yeah, you know.
Just saying that then about all the old people just made me think of a line from the new Spinal Tap movie where the punchline is, it just says "Night of the Assisted Living Dead," which I just thought was brilliant. Anyway,
I need to see that film. I need to watch it.
I've been lapping up a bit of Tap since seeing it. I really enjoyed it.
It's not been released in Greece, unfortunately, because
mate, it was barely released here in the UK.
Say, I don't think anybody even knows what it is here, so I'll have to wait until it comes out onto some sort of streaming thing.
I tell you what, just going slightly off topic for about 20 seconds. Everything you can see of Spinal Tap on YouTube and stuff at the minute is all them in character, coming back in character. Mm-hmm. There's nothing of them relatively recently, just as themselves. Whenever they're all together talking about Tap, they're all in character.
They're all in character, yeah.
Except I found an interview from about 6 years ago where they're all just around the table as themselves. And it's really weird hearing them have American accents, for one, apart from Michael McKean, who we sort of know. But Christopher Guest in particular, he looks like Nigel Tufnell. His mouth does the same movements as Nigel Tufnell, but it's just a very slight American accent on it, and it's slight unnerving.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to watch all the all the movies they're in together.
Yeah.
Back to Cocoon. Just talking about, we touched on this in the Patreon hangout we just did, but you work on boats for a living. I sort of work on boats for a living, certainly in the filming side of it. So I've shot on boats, I've directed on boats, and it's a nightmare. It's much harder than filming on land. And
I'll never forget when you were trying to fly a drone off our back deck, and we were in I don't know wherever you were. You were like, I just remember how terrified you were. Like, oh Christ, if I lose this, it's all gone. And I was driving forward at the time. We were doing 6-7 knots, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah, just lost.
Yeah, just disconnected, and we had to go back and get it.
Yeah.
I mean, we fly FPV and all sorts of things now, and that was a doddle. But there was a behind the scenes, and it's on location with Ron Howard directing, and they've got two boats. One is obviously the boat that you see in the film, and the other one is the camera boat, which is I do that day in day out. And there's a producer there asking Ron Howard if he's happy that everyone knows what they're doing, and that they're going to go for a take. And Ron Howard just turns around and goes, well, I shouted across to the other boat and people nodded, so hopefully those that heard will tell the others. This is a £17 million Hollywood movie, and that's not far off what I have to do, to be honest. I mean, we've got radios, and it's a little bit easier than that. God almighty. It's just, I don't think anyone would ever appreciate what a nightmare it is. And I know there's been plenty of tales of big films, where someone says, Spielberg's just done Jaws, and he tries to tell somebody not to go and film a movie on the water and all this kind of thing, and nobody ever listens. They just think it won't be that hard. But there's loads of boat noise, there's loads of sea noise, there's engine noise. Boats are constantly moving with tides and whatever, and the weather, and constantly changing horizon. You've got two boats and you want someone to have a horizon that's relatively level. It's just the hardest thing to film in, and they made it look easy on this. Like, everything looks really good.
Yeah, I the thing is, I wonder how much they filmed in a sort of pool and had some sort of mock-up of the boat, because especially when he goes into the fog and stuff like that. I mean, that must have been made that can't have been outside, right? That was surely sound studio somewhere, pool sound studio. So because it seems so well enclosed. I don't know if that was out on the open ocean.
I think most of the daytime stuff was probably ocean.
Just
the BTS I saw, it was just out there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about filming scuba diving and scuba diving in general. So I don't know if you clocked this, but Mike Nomad is one of the aliens. He's the beardy guy with the glasses, right?
That doesn't talk at all.
Yeah, he's the one that lifts him down.
You've got two aliens
that
just doesn't.
Upside down.
Yeah.
He taught Ron Howard to scuba dive on Splash.
No way.
So he was he was an actor, but he was also the scuba instructor on the movie on Cocoon. And he was very open about like how difficult and dangerous it is to do scuba diving and film people doing it. And Brian Dennehy says in the behind the scenes, he says, it's difficult to be graceful in all the underwater costumes and gear. And I thought, it's not costumes, Brian. This is what people
No,
wear when they go scuba diving.
they're just wearing wetsuits, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I mean,
And my partner, who, as you know, is a scuba instructor,
Yeah.
she was loving the 80s scuba gear. How colourful it
Really?
was. Yeah, because now it's all quite dark, isn't it? But like you had the
It,
blue with the yellow. And,
the stripes and the craziness. No, absolutely.
yeah, bring that back. I want
Yeah.
like, you get that tracksuit, like it's like aqua and purple.
Yeah.
Well, a bit
Yeah.
like this, really. That's what I want. I mean, we're going diving again in a few weeks, and I want to dig one of those out.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. I know that, you've filmed stuff underwater, you've photographed underwater. I remember
Made an
teaching you
award-winning documentary underwater.
underwater. Absolutely. It's not easy trying to control your buoyancy, trying to stay level and trying to control all your breathing, maintain your depth, and also hold focus and do all the bits and pieces and frame your shots all at the same time. It's not.
I mean, you taught me to
Still.
dive.
I did.
We should probably say that.
I should, yeah.
And the thing is, for me, I was always sort of an overthinker and sort of worrying about what every little thing that can go wrong and kill you within about 30 seconds.
Mhm.
But the minute I had a camera back in my hand, I felt like I became a better diver because I stopped worrying about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I
And-
mean, your buoyancy was amazing, to be honest, when you were taking
Stop it.
photographs and videos. It was beautiful to see. And I
Really?
thought, well, I've taught him well.
Oh,
Yeah.
apart from that time I floated to the surface and thought I was going to die.
Well,
But yes, I mean, it's filming underwater. It's tough. You can't talk. You have to find ways to communicate. And
Mhm.
I can't imagine how hard it was for them to film a group of 70-year-old people, a group of
That's-
70-year-old people, and beginner divers at that.
So this is the thing, right? Were they the people or were they stunt performers?
Ah, Well, they're on the back of the boat in the gear, and it looks like they were going in the water.
I know.
But you wouldn't need
But-
to, would you?
Were they down underwater? Because I know that there was one of the women, and you can see the grey hair and stuff. But I thought, is that a stand-in? Is
Would
that
you do it? Would you
stunt
take a group of 70-year-old people underwater?
double? Oh man, I mean, yeah, of course. But like now on a film with the insurance, I don't think anyone would ever let you. Christ.
Would you have an
I
age
mean,
limit?
No, as long as the medical's all right. That's the only thing. It's what you say on the medical, and if you need a doctor to sign you off, that's all. There's no age limit, not at all. Yeah, from up, in the upper years.
Right, now this is going to be the most awkward thing I'm going to talk about the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot when Kitty's getting in the pool, right, and she's about to have some sharing of herself with Steve Guttenberg,
Mm-hmm.
and she slips off her dress,
Mm-hmm.
and we see her naked from behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bottom, except someone, I won't say who, pointed out that you can kind of see a bit more than that.
When she's walking down into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did pause and zoom.
Oh God. and this person said something that really made me laugh. They said, "Crikey, the aliens really did think of all the small details with that skin suit."
Excellent.
I wonder if it was a double. Anyway, I really liked when Ben has his eye test and he loses his driving license. It's one of those scenes, like I said before, about as you get older and you watch the film quite differently. This would have never hit me the same way whenever I watched it before. But my eyesight isn't great, and it makes you wonder how you're going to be in later life, to be honest. Do you have these kind of more mortality thoughts when you're watching this kind of stuff now?
As I'm getting older in my years, and when I bend over and my back goes, stop doing that, I do worry. And I have no, I mean, all right, I'm not an unfit person anyway, and by virtue of the fact of the professions that I do keep very fit anyway, but I've found myself doing a lot more running and watching what I eat a lot more, because I am sort of like, I'm not healing as fast as I used to, or my leg aches for some bizarre reason or something, and I'm thinking like, Christ, yeah, that's ridiculous. But I went out and ran 12 kilometers the other day, which I was really happy about in a decent time. But I hurt the next day for a couple of days as well. And it's like, oh God, I never used to. I used to do the assault courses or whatever and be like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'll now go out and get pissed and wake up at 8 o'clock the next morning. And say, now, not a chance. No.
You're still one of the most ridiculous people I know, though, with caving, rock climbing, scuba diving, climbing 100 meters in the air on a wind turbine or whatever you do. It's ridiculous what you put your body through.
Simon, yeah, it is nuts. Simon has just said, "Welcome to Rewind Classic Diving Stories."
It's a good hint to move on, probably.
It is.
The last thing I want to say about things we want to talk about is, could you make and release a film like this now in cinemas and have it do well? And why not? Because you can't.
That is such a good question, isn't it? It's so lovely, isn't it? I love the fact that it's old centric. I love the fact that it revolves around a series of OAPs. When I did the Duke of Edinburgh, when I was significantly younger than I was today, part of the Duke of Edinburgh course, if you're not aware of it, you have to do a social part. You have to do social volunteering. And I volunteered in an old age person's home. And I used to go in every week and talk to the various people that were there and just keep them company. And it was amazing. I tell you what, the stories they had and the things, the lives they've lived. And they just wanted to speak to people, in fairness. And it was great. And even after I'd finished my Duke of Edinburgh, after I finished my gold, I still went back just to talk to them. And it was so lovely. It was so lovely, you know?
Did you go back and do a J from the In-Betweeners?
I've not seen any In-Betweeners. I'm aware of like Bus Wanker or Briefcase Wanker or both Bus and Briefcase, but I've not seen any of it.
He goes into an old people's home and into an old lady's room when he thinks she isn't there, and he does something without realising she's there, and then she realises. Anyway, horrible,
nice,
mucky. Let's talk about the end of the movie.
Let's.
They all get lifted up in the fishing boat out on the ocean and are picked up by the spaceship. Everyone else back on Earth thinks they're dead, and they sort of go to a mass funeral, except David from the Never-Ending Story, who looks up, and we see this spaceship shooting off to some other planet. What did you think of the ending?
I thought it was quite nice. I like the way he turns around at the funeral and like, I know. I mean, it's quite nuts, isn't it? You know, when you think about it, like massive Coast Guard chase, and then suddenly, what's mental is, all right, they've chased him, Steve Guttenberg, out, and he's jumped overboard and he's jumped into a life raft. I mean, wouldn't he be doing time now for not listening to, you know, I don't know, orders from the Coast Guard, and also, well, where are all the old people gone, Dave?
Well,
what have you done with them?
He's going to claim that they kidnapped him and he doesn't have a boat anymore. So
I suppose, but like you're washed up in a rubber dinghy with a wad full of cash that they've just given you. You know, that should, you know, like what's going on here, mate? It's like,
See, they should have started the sequel with him in prison, coming out of prison. I mean, just got out for murdering them all. That would have been better. Just thinking about the ending, actually, there's a shot where David jumps off the dock and grabs onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether that was the David or whether that was a stunt child actor. I don't know if that's a thing. But his ribs crack the side of the boat.
Dude,
and you think, oh.
Properly impacts the side of that boat, doesn't he?
Yeah. That was a great
thing. Is,
look real.
You've got the shot of them filming when he jumps off the dock and like miles away from the boat. And you know he's obviously just going to end up in the water. And halfway through that arc, they switch to him jumping onto the side of the boat, which is miraculously now much closer to the dock, and slam. You know,
you do silly things, right? You do rock climbing and that sort of shit. Would you ever run and jump off the end of a dock and grab onto a boat like that?
No. Well, it depends who's on it and what kind of boat it is.
Kitty's on it. It's 1985.
It's 1985. I'm 18.
Okay.
A horny teenager. You probably, I probably would. I did a lot of silly things.
Worth a broken rib.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you've broken a rib,
I'll break my rib. Have you not?
What?
Have you not broken? Anyway.
No, I've never broken a rib. Touch wood.
Really? Oh, right. How about that? Well done.
Right, let's talk about favourite scenes and lines. Right, we're an hour in.
Oh right, oh shit.
Have you got favourite scenes and lines?
I thought about it earlier. Yes, they're unloading the shopping, right? early on in the film. They're unloading the shopping. Clearly, he's taken his, I don't know, Cadillac, Oldsmobile, whatever kind of vehicle it is, to the supermarket. And they're dishing out the shopping to all the people that gather around the back of the car. And he's looking for his Easy Lax or something like that to keep him regular. And the other guy says, like, oh, you shouldn't eat that. You should eat prunes. And he just says, I have both.
Relatable. My favorite, I've got a few favorites. So I'm just going to rattle through them.
Yeah, go on.
When Jack finds out they're all aliens, he just jumps off the boat.
Yes.
He's gone, and then he sort of rethinks it, and this is a terrible idea.
Oh shit.
And I love the interaction between the aliens and Jack. Like, they're all really friendly and non-threatening, and the kindness generally throughout the film is lovely.
They are. I mean, at the beginning, I don't know if they're friendly, but they're non-threatening, and that's the thing. I don't think they really know what to do. I think they've all gone, oh fuck, we've been discovered. What are we going to do, boys? But they certainly don't ever come across as threatening.
I don't know. Like, in the beginning, I thought they were quite friendly. They say, look, we want to borrow your boat. We'll pay you loads of money.
Oh no, I sorry, you're right. You're right. I was alluding to the fact exactly when he'd been discovered, because usually, like, then they'd be like, right, we got to fucking do him in. You know, but they're not threatening, but I don't think they're necessarily overly friendly, because he sort of sits down with him and you feel like, now look here, you know, this is how it's going to be, see? But there's none of that.
My other favourite scenes are just like the dancing scenes and everyone acting young. It's really nice, brilliantly shot and edited to be quite believable.
Very much. Apart from the breakdancing.
Do you think?
I mean, that's definitely not Don Ameche doing the breakdancing. You can tell that's someone with a wig doing the breakdancing, but I like it anyway. I think it's great. I like the fact they've all gone to like a really young person's club.
I still can't believe that even those actors genuinely in their 70s, some of the things they were doing.
Yeah.
They're good old energetic boys.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when Jack and Kitty are in the pool. You know, she's just walked in and shown more than you think.
Beef curtains.
He gets it. Oh, no, I can't even cut it out. And Steve Gutenberg gets his hopes up, and she's trying to tell him how it's different to human sex and how they share themselves. And he says, well, I hope you're not going to take your skin off. I really like skin on a woman.
I know.
And then I think it cuts away, and he says, if this is foreplay, I'm a dead man.
The thing is, I saw you'd written those down. I was like, oh, those are my favourite scene lines as well. They're great. It's just brilliant, that. I love it.
He is good in this.
Are you saying you can't edit out stuff?
Well, it's live.
No, I know it's live, yeah, but it's only for our Patreons, right?
No, it's live for the world.
Yeah, but how many people are watching?
Don't tell me you're just realising this now.
Oh, yeah, no, but it's only our Patreons watching it, isn't it?
Once it's on the internet, you can't take it away.
Yes, you can. Well, it doesn't matter if I say beef curtains on the internet.
Oh. Okay. I'll be expecting an angry text from your wife. Would you allow him to say beef curtains?
Again.
Yeah. Now, look, we've had all the joyous fun of the thing, and now let's get on to the favourite scenes that aren't nice. It's one of my least favourite scenes in a way, because it's horrible to watch. And when they throw all the old people out of the pool, having drained the life force, and they open up the cocoon, and then that old alien is in there just dying. That's bad enough, just the look on its face. And then Brian Dennehy cries. Christ, I can't handle this. Then straight after that, Rose dies, and Bernie takes her to the pool and just asks Walter for help. Please help me.
It's too late. It's too late.
I just wanted to watch a film and be entertained, and now I'm...
There is about a 20-minute segment, isn't it, where basically lots of death and shit happens, and it's not pretty. Well, not pretty, it's just quite heart-wrenching, isn't it? Yeah.
And everything is directed and edited to just maximise all the emotion out of it. And it's all just... It's a perfect segment of a movie. And that takes me on to, as we alluded to earlier, when Ben is telling young David about... He's thinking about going away, and he doesn't get into the details, and he just plainly sort of lays it out without giving the game away, as much as an adult can talk to a kid like that. And what I like about it is it's not heroic, it's not seeking attention, it's just honest and heartfelt. It's a man who's not entirely sure what the right thing to do is.
You're right. It is. He wasn't sure, was he? He was still up until the end, making his mind up. He's not entirely sure at all. And yeah, he's just there. He's fishing with him, and oh God, he's really debating in his mind in that moment.
It's a really powerful scene. It's very thought provoking, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then this is a bit lighter, sort of. Joe's been doing his womanizing. Now he's got his mojo back. And as they're about to leave and go on the boat and go up into space, Joe tells his wife, as they're debating whether to go, he says, "We'll live forever. That's good. It's going to take you an eternity to forgive me." And she just shoots him this look. Like, "I'm not ready to forgive you." And then there's a beautiful line about how if he had to choose between living forever alone or just 6 months with her, he'd choose her.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
Damn it, I mean, again, as a kid, they wouldn't have touched me. They would have been the most boring parts of the film, I would imagine.
Completely and utterly. Yeah.
Last thing for me is Jack just says, "May the force be with you." And this is just like 2 years after Return of the Jedi. And it's like, it's already so pop culture that they're just slipping that in there.
That's mental, isn't it? That it's only 2 years and it's already in the sphere of pop culture.
Yeah.
When he said it, I thought, God, obviously that's from Star Wars, and I thought that can't be that long ago that Star Wars was made, right?
And the fact that Ron Howard would go on to direct a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Solo, in case you're wondering.
Bryn has said, I think you asked what are your favourite scenes. Bryn has replied and said, "Sadly, I can't remember any. And from what you're saying, I'm never likely to be able to see the film again."
Well, breaking news from Bryn as well. He says, "Appears that someone has uploaded both Cocoon and Cocoon 2 on we won't say the word, just in case there's any kind of algorithm that punishes us for mentioning these sorts of things. But it's available apparently on the internet.
Yes.
If you look in the right places."
Absolutely.
I think it's fair to say this isn't a legit site where you could watch it legally. I don't know.
No.
It's probably not illegal.
I've heard of the site before. I don't know.
Think Disney would approve.
Probably
who
not.
own the movie.
And who own Willow and decided to take it down.
Exactly. But well done, Bryn. I'd be interested to see whether you bother watching it now. Time to rank it.
Is it time to rank it?
Uptown ranking time. Oh, before we do that, hold the line. Kat just typed something.
What?
She's pressed enter too early. She said the only scene I remember is on cliffhanger. Hey,
I was going to say, are we getting
the Rose scene?
A book? Oh yeah.
Yes, the very sad Rose death scene. Did you think that she was going to live? Did you think there was going to be some sort of miracle fix?
I thought that maybe he was going to, I don't know, help. No, I mean, no, because you can't in that moment, because it's already happened. The life force has gone out of the pool, hasn't it? That's the point. There's an alien that's died, and now a human's died, and why the alien's going to want to help you? But also they can't, because the life force has been drained from the pool. I don't understand where the life force came from in the first place, why they can't put some more back in. They've got that little computer thing that was on the back of the boat and stuff. It's like, can't you just put some more in?
I think that was the sat nav or something, wasn't it?
I don't really know what it was.
It's never explained.
He dicks around with it on the boat and it starts making noises and he's like, "Oh, fucking hell!"
In the behind the scenes, a bloke looks like he's putting a cigar into it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. All right, go on. I've got a scene just before we wrap it up. I've got a scene where he's obviously fixing the engine. He's struggling with it, kind of thing, and then the engine gives up, and he's like, "Fuck!" And they all the aliens go down and just immediately know how to fix an engine. It's just like, where the fuck were you when my engine was broken and I couldn't get it working? They just like, "Oh, you did this," and he's saying like, "You need to get the you've done that, and you need to do the
Yeah.
you've got that too." Oh, okay, great.
That very much reminded me of the time we were down in your engine bay of your boat trying to repair whatever had gone wrong with the engine.
Man, do you remember that, trying to get
very
going again? Oh man, I'll never forget that day. I won't. When you were down there and I was just getting you to, I don't know, I was just like, right, do this and do it really, really quickly. I'm going to do this and we're going to hope it works.
And then we had to try and fix the boat.
Yes.
I've never felt more manly than when I was down there repairing a boat.
I know, right?
So how are we going to rank this bloody film?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I love it. I do love this film. I think it's such a lovely film. I think you mentioned earlier, could you make it today? I don't think people would necessarily watch it. I think it was so well made, so poignant. I mean, look, it's got us talking about deep stuff, for fuck's sake. We're the two most shallow blokes in the world. You know, do I want to watch it again anytime soon? Not really. Is it an A? It's not an S.
No, I agree.
It's not an A. It's a B.
Interesting. Because I was thinking I was going to give it a B over the past 5 minutes I've been thinking about it. I thought, yeah, B sounds about right. It's not S. And I don't think it's A. But and I'm thinking things like, you know, do I want to rewatch it again? You know, I've probably watched it, I don't know, 10 times in my life or something like that. And I'm not going to rush to watch it anytime soon. But it has such powerful stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And such amazingly human and heartwarming and sad things in it. I think I'm going to give it an A.
Nice.
Nice. I miss films like this.
Yes.
Like films about people and with heart, and I'm sure there are some out there, but it's not the same. They don't make them like it anymore.
Not at all. No, they really don't. It's just a genuinely lovely, lovely film. It's just a gorgeous film.
And do you know what I thought? It's kind of a Shakespearean tragedy in that the one thing that brings them joy and like this new lease of life and everything is also the flaw that leads to their undoing in several ways. You know, they get that lease of life, but then Joe becomes the womanizer and all this sort of stuff. Then they risk the alien lives and stuff. Very fascinating. But that's a little bit of enough from us. Let's talk about the comments from some Patreons. Do you want to take the first one?
Bryn, he said...
Bryn, who absolutely agrees with us about missing films like this.
Yeah, absolutely. He said, my thoughts for Cocoon are very short and sweet, as I haven't seen it since the days when I was a mere youth, and I can't remember much about it. It's one of those 80s movies that sadly seems to have been forgotten about by TV schedulers. Schedulers?
You choose, it's all right. Either's fine.
The people that write the TV guide. I certainly don't remember it being repeated for many moons. Don Ameche won an Oscar for his performance, and at the time wondering how that happened. A solid performance, but nothing exceptional. I then realised that since most of the Academy were likely to have been the same age as him, their support probably came from the hope that they would find some alien stuff that would make them young again too. I like it. Yeah.
I think that's an interesting theory, actually, from Bryn about why he won.
Mm-hmm.
Because there doesn't seem to be any massive evidence for it in the film.
It's true. I mean, it's absolutely fine performance, not knocking it at all.
You couldn't do any better, but there's lots of other stuff going on in this as well.
It's just a bit sparse at the Oscars that year, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I for me, Ben Wilford Brimley is the standout role. And actually, even the guy whose wife dies, I think he's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
He has quite a range on him. I think the thing with Don Ameche is he's
just happy all the time.
He has no arc. Like he just is there.
Just the slapstick kind of, hey, I'm happy all the time kind of guy. Yeah.
Everyone else has a bit more emotion.
They do. You're right.
Cat on Patreon says, I can remember parts of the plot and that tear-jerking scene where a man tries to bring his wife back to life. Throws. But I honestly can't recall when I last watched it. This is the theme that's emerging for everybody. As a teenager, I vaguely remembered it being shown on ITV, normally as part of the Christmas or the Easter TV offering. But beyond that, my memory is a bit fuzzy. It feels unfair to give it a rating when I do not have a clear picture of it. Oh, nobody wants to rate it because they can't remember it. Do you want to do Simon? And if you want, you could just read it in Simon's Scottish accent. That'd be fun.
Hey. Cocoon is a classic. No, I won't do it, Simon.
Thought he was in the room then. Have we got him? So Simon's on the line.
Hey, Cocoon is a classic video shop. No, I won't. I'm really tempted, But
He
this is
won't mind.
live, so won't. He sounded like he slightly did earlier. Like, oh, I'm really sorry. We need your subscription, or else we have to turn the lights off. Cocoon is a classic video shop film. Remember renting it a few times because it was as feel good as they come. See, look, that's what I said.
Feel sad as they
I
come.
haven't seen it since I can't. I haven't seen it since, and I can't imagine I'll watch it again. So I don't feel okay, right? I don't feel I can rank it effectively. Be interesting to hear what you guys think about it, though. Ah, there you go. You have just heard what we thought about it.
Yeah, we're the only ones ranking it. We're the only ones who seem to be able to watch it.
Yes, yeah, I know. It's
Thank
funny
God
that
for
you
those
said
old
it. You can't
VHSs.
get it anywhere. I know. I mean, I'm so glad that I bought some VHSs with me all the way to Greece.
I can't believe
and
my VHS player is still working.
I know. Yeah.
Very
how
lucky.
about that? I know. So lucky.
Right, that's the end of our first ever live episode. How did it go?
I think it went well. I don't know.
I had fun.
I had fun. This was cool.
Once we got going and we knew it was actually live, I think we were fine. Quite disappointing for some people. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with comedian Nick Helm joining us for a movie from 1993. And AJ's going to give us a clue. Are you?
Well, I've not been invited, so I don't give a fuck. I've also no idea who the fuck Nick Helm is. And I'm not doing it, so fuck the lot of you.
Apart from that.
Yeah. So
it's
anyway,
Demolition Man.
yeah, it's Demolition Man, which I fucking love as well. Absolutely love that film, and I'm really gutted that I'm not taking part in it.
Well, do you know what? You can do the fast forward.
I just can't be bothered anymore. To be honest. We're taking a break now anyway.
End of season 1. AJ's out.
You and Nick Helm can come back with season 2 if you like. I don't have to do it if you don't want me. It's fine.
We love you. We want you.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't feel like it.
If you're seeking the
Doesn't
attention.
feel like it. Doesn't feel like it, to be honest. But anyway, like I give a fuck, please leave a review on your podcast platform of choice. Let me know if you love me. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Rewind Classic Movies. I will probably go there later to find out who the fuck Nick Helm is. If you wanted to drop us an email, it is rewindclassicmovies@gmail.com.
In the meantime, if you want to listen to more things about Cocoon, one of us will be doing a fast forward episode to look at what happened after the movie came out, which we have no idea what it's going to be about because we haven't thought about it yet.
Or who's doing it.
Yeah,
even.
so that's
Might be
out
me, might be you.
next week. Say goodbye, AJ.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us live. We're done.